What's up, everybody? Josh Mancuso here. Honorable mention sports, and we've got a good athlete here, good quarterback here from the University of Tennessee, Navy Shuler, hanging out. We're just going live here on Twitter and Facebook and a couple other places, and wanted to just check in. Navy, what's going on down there in Knoxville, man?
Nothing much. Just getting ready to play Kentucky Saturday, and couldn't be better.
Yeah, how you guys feeling about this game against the Wildcats of Kentucky?
I mean, we feel pretty good. I mean, it's fun always having a rival. Kentucky's always been a big part of tradition in Knoxville, so be excited to get on Saturday and compete.
Yeah, that's man. I mean, Neyland at night,
Oh yeah,
dark mode. I mean, you like those dark mode uniforms?
I do. Yeah, it's something different. I feel like around in Coach Former's coaching career and Lane Kiffin's year, I feel like the black uniforms were cool, but I feel like we have a better spin on it now. It's nice to bring it back around Halloween, so it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's perfect. I mean, Halloween's what, Thursday,
Yeah.
I think. So then you guys play Saturday. That's great. Okay, so are you trick or treating?
No, I'm not much of a trick or treater. I'm not a big candy guy, so I never really liked Halloween that much. But
Oh, not a candy guy. That's what you probably like. Are you
not
do you
really.
eat healthy and stuff?
I tried to, yeah.
Okay,
Tried to.
that's what you're like a peak athlete right now, right? I mean, you're 21 years old.
23.
You're 23? Okay, so yeah, you're still peak athlete. A couple more years, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, for sure.
I peaked at yeah. Well, I never really had a peak. I just sort of dwindled about. But so my company, Honorable Mention Sports here. I don't know if you knew this about me. You probably did. You probably heard a lot of things. But I played high school wide receiver, and I was all conference honorable mention.
There you go.
Yeah.
Not
Uh,
bad.
Yeah, I hate to bring you on here on the show, like brag, like in front of you,
Yeah, yeah.
but right here, honorable mention. Look at that. I
There you
mean,
go. Wait, what
yeah,
state? What state are you from?
Tennessee. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
hmm yeah, good old Tennessee. But now you grew up in Tennessee or Carolina?
I
Where'd
grew up
you?
in North Carolina.
Okay,
I was born in Knoxville, and then my parents moved to the Asheville area around when I was 3.
yeah, okay, right on. Um, yeah, I was looking at you went to Christ School and threw for like a bazillion yards in high school. I
Yeah,
saw
I did.
6,000 yards. That's incredible. So, like, did you always know you wanted to be a quarterback, play football?
Pretty much. I mean, I played a little bit linebacker growing up when I was in, Pop Warner. But I always like to throw the ball. I like to throw like rocks, throw baseball, whatever, when I was little. So I always like to throw stuff. So I figured a quarterback would be kind of good for me. So
Always had that arm. Yeah, I was, people used to throw rocks at me, uh, so I'm used to that. I don't know, okay, just we got comments coming already. He looks like the actor David Boreanaz. I don't know who that is.
me there.
Even Julie came in with a Wikipedia link, that's prepared. I like that. I can't click on that because it could be spam,
Yeah.
maybe. We never know, Julie. Just messing with you. So, uh, okay, love it. Okay, so we got dark mode coming up this Saturday. We got a Kentucky game. Um, so let's talk a little bit about kind of your story. You went from
hmm
being just an absolute star in high school, just killing it, to
hmm
going to Appalachian State, right? I think.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what went into your decision to go to App State? What made you kind of choose them?
So I would say one of the first reasons. So when I was getting recruited going into my senior year, uh, Elijah Drinkwitz, the coach of Missouri now, recruited me to App State. He was head coach. So I was just drawn, and that was the season where they beat UNC and they beat South Carolina. So I was like really liking the mood they
Nice.
were going. So I committed there on the 4th of July and then played my senior year. And then he left about a couple of days before signing day, which
Okay.
kind of put me in a tough spot. It was a new staff going in. I didn't know who the head coach was going to be
Yeah.
basically until I signed. Um, but it was an okay process. I mean, wasn't the best, situation, especially for a quarterback where you're pretty much stuck because only most teams take one quarterback a year. Um,
Yeah.
but I stuck with it, and I still enjoyed my time up there. But it was
Yeah.
definitely an interesting process, going into college.
Yeah. Boone's a cool place
It is very cool.
to live and play. Did you do any skiing or anything while you were there?
No, not too much. They weren't too crazy about us skiing, around the
Yeah, but
season.
you could get hurt, you can't be
Oh,
just
for sure.
sliding down mountains of snow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so App State, did you have other offers from other schools?
Yeah, I had Duke, I had Wake Forest, I had Memphis, let's
Nice.
see, Liberty, Coastal.
Yeah.
So I had a couple of schools. But
Yeah, great options, man. That's awesome.
yeah.
I am.
And
Yeah.
it kind of, I only really played my junior, senior year. My sophomore year, I was hurt the whole season.
Okay.
So that kind of messed my recruiting up a little bit too. But
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, same here. That's probably what happened to me, I
yeah.
think. um, so okay, App State, and then what made you come to the University of Tennessee? Obviously, your dad played at UT, but I mean,
Hmm.
did you always kind of have this aspiration of like I want to play at UT like my dad one day, or did you just kind of the opportunity just presented itself, so you just took it? Like, what was that story?
Yeah. So pretty much when I was little, I grew up like loving Tennessee, went to all the games as I could. But yeah, that was my dream to play at Tennessee growing up. And then when I got to college, I was trying to figure out the whole situation, here at Tennessee, but also other schools, and looking at all my options. And I kind of want to make my own path when I was in high school.
Yeah,
But I mean, things didn't work well out at App State. Still enjoyed my time, but
yeah,
came to Tennessee, jumped in the portal. I was interested in other schools as well. Schools were contacting me, and then Coach Hype gave me the call, and I couldn't say no to that opportunity, so chose
yeah.
to take him up on it.
Love it. That's great. Well, everybody's glad that you came to UT. We got Delana here, Vols for life. Um, let's go. And Julie's back in here. Did you think about any West Coast schools? Ever think about going out to West Coast to play ball?
Not too much, I gotta stay close to the south and the mountains. I don't know. It's too
Yeah,
far for me.
it is. It's a different world out there.
Sure.
I was born in LA and but grew up in Tennessee, so definitely a Tennessee kid. You're so yeah, growing up Heath Shuler's kid, like you said, you want to carve your own path, not just be
Hmm.
Heath's boy or Heath's kid. You're right. You want to
Yeah.
be your Navy Shuler, dang it. And so first of all, the name Navy. Is there a story behind that? Because that's the
No,
coolest
I
name
wish
ever.
everyone thinks there's a cool story, behind my name or because of the Vol Navy.
Yeah, yeah.
My parents just found it in a road atlas book, so not nothing special. I mean, I wish it was a cool story.
My parents just found it in a road atlas book. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
That's a great story. Actually, I like that. Uh, okay. Yeah, I was thinking like Navy's color, Navy,
yeah.
the armed
Or some of my
forces.
family was in the Navy, but
Yeah, it's not it. It's awesome.
no. Hmm.
Awesome name though. It's cooler than
Thank you.
Josh. Josh is kind of like, meh, it's kind of plain, I think. Um, so growing up playing football, did your dad like and does he still like does he try to coach you? Like is he like, listen, son, this is what you need to do when you're playing quarterback. You need to whatever or are you like, Dad, I got it. You don't need to be I got coaches for that.
I mean, I feel like this offense is very different than most offenses. It's hard. Sometimes he has no idea what the play was going on, through the quarterback's eyes. Um, but he gives me some pointers here and there. He was my offensive coordinator in high school, and so
That's
he was
cool.
my coach all growing up. So he's still
Yeah.
my coach.
That's cool. So yeah, absolutely. So growing up a Tennessee fan, did you have obviously I mean your dad played, but did you have a favorite player growing up, either at Tennessee or just in the NFL? Like any players that were kind
Growing
of your
up
favorite?
NFL wise was probably Damian Tomlinson.
Really?
I always liked throwing
Yeah.
the ball, so I like
Yeah.
Damian Tomlinson and Drew Brees were my two favorites. So when they were
Okay.
both at the Chargers, I was a big fan. But at Tennessee, I liked Eric Berry. I liked Tyler Bray, Josh Dobbs, and actually Jonathan Crompton's from my hometown, so I was a big
Okay.
fan too. My dad coached him up a little bit in high school. But those are the guys at Tennessee I really liked.
Okay. Crompton, he's from Carolina, North
He
Carolina
is.
as well. Okay. Yeah. That's cool. Very good. I don't know about this comment. You have to ask Keith about kicking over Todd Kelly's head in locker room 92, showing him his karate skills. I would like just story your dad will have to tell you.
Yeah, for sure.
Can your dad do some karate?
He says he can. I don't know. We'll see.
He says you not challenged him. You guys haven't like
No, no, not yet.
gone. Okay.
Not yet.
Um okay, so playing at Tennessee, awesome opportunity.
Mhm.
You've got some eligibility left, right? How much do you have
I
left?
have a year after this year. It's my COVID year.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're still in the middle of the season, but do you got plans for next year when coming back, or have you graduated already?
I graduated in May, and I'm really not sure yet. I'm still kind of weighing things out. Football doesn't last forever, but it's also when you have the opportunity to play again is always something you should take. But yeah, I'm not really decided yet.
Yeah, cool. So were you let's see, were you on the team when Hendon was playing?
I was, yeah, that was my first year.
Okay, so you play with Hendon, you play with Joe, you play with Nico now. All
hmm
those guys, amazing athletes. Give us a little insight into, what each of them are like. I mean, or how are they different, really? Like Hendon,
Yeah, I
Joe.
mean, I would say Nico and Hendon are the most alike
Okay.
compared to Joe. They're both very quiet, but they can be funny when they want to be.
Yeah.
Um, I would say with Hendon, he's a very good leader.
Yeah.
He's both. We're both from North Carolina, so we have that bond, but also just like his ability to just like be a gamer on the game
Yeah.
and be able to take control when the lights are on. It's fourth quarter and fourth down. That was really cool to see. With Joe, Joe's more of a very funny guy. He is probably one of the most likable guys you'd ever meet.
Yeah.
And to be able to watch him throw when I first got on campus, I was like, this is unreal. Like just watching him throw routes on air, I was like, because no one really told me he had an arm until
Yeah.
we started throwing. I was like, geez, this guy is unreal.
There's a
Um,
rocket launcher back there. You're like, well, I didn't know this was gonna happen. Yeah.
yeah, and it's like the the speed of the spiral is like just throwing a slant is like wow. With Nico is probably the most laid back person I've ever met in the quarterback room, in a good
Okay.
way.
Yeah.
He, I mean, he's just a good kid. He does everything right. I mean, very calm. Like, he throws a touchdown. He's like the same as he throws an interception. He's not
Yeah.
showboating. On the sideline or I don't know. He's not much of a trash talker either. So he's a really good kid though, and all three of those guys have been really fun to play with and learn a lot from.
That's cool, man. Very cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, Nico seems very even kill, like interception, touchdown. It's all kind of the
yeah,
same back to the sideline.
yeah. Like
Like,
sometimes I gotta tell him like you just threw a touchdown. You can smile. It's okay. I mean, that's pretty fun to do.
yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah.
He can get excited every now and then. Um, so Joe seems like more of a prankster than
Oh
any
yeah. Oh
all
yeah.
of
He's a
them.
prankster. He's always got jokes and he's hilarious.
I did a video with Joe last year. I don't know if you saw that. He
Oh yeah. It was
threw
like
me,
in the indoor. It was in the indoor, right?
yeah, in our
Yeah,
facility.
yeah,
Yeah, he threw me some passes. Yeah, yeah. I caught a couple of them, but even just throwing the ball back and forth was like my hands were hurting. I was like, he was just taking it easy on me too, and I was like, this ball is coming in like so fast. I
yeah.
can't even hold on to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
So all right, the quarterback room right now, great
Mhm.
room. I mean, with Nico obviously there, Gaston, you, Jake.
Mhm.
Um, so And how would you describe each quarterback in one word? Nico, how would you
Ooh.
describe Nico in one word?
I would say Nico's humble.
Okay. All
Just
right.
because, like, you think about like a kid who had that much build up going in
Yeah.
to his freshman year, you never know about those types of players coming into school, and was such a humble kid. It's just very incredible to be around.
Well, if you guys ever get into a volleyball match sometime, you know
Oh
who
no,
your
we
partner's
did
going to be.
the Orange Bowl. We were on the beach, and it was like sand volleyball, and I was like, we were going against them, and I was like, geez, I every time he would like, jump up for the ball, I just walked away from it. I was like, I'm not getting hit from that ball.
No, we're all going to get injured before the game because
It was
Nico
crazy.
blasting us all with volleyballs.
Yeah.
That's that's awesome.
So I would say Gas.
Yeah,
One
one
word,
word
it's hard.
for Gaston Moore.
I would say just like his energy, it's always good. Always
Okay.
positive around the guys.
Yeah.
Jake, I would say Jake's one of the funniest people I know on the team. So I'd say funny in a good way.
Yeah.
But yeah, like this quarterback room is the closest we're always constantly hanging out,
Yeah.
and this is the closest knit group I've been around in my college career in a quarterback room.
Yeah.
It's very cool to see.
That's cool. That's great because I mean, and you can tell you guys are all like the three of you that are kind of behind
Hmm.
Nico, supportive of Nico.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, he's a great talent, but also you guys also ready to step in, step up whenever you need to, and obviously
Hmm.
itching to get in there and play yourself, I'm sure, as much as you can. And last year you played against UConn,
Hmm.
I think, got some play. I mean, just playing in Neyland Stadium, that's got to be an awesome experience. What's it
Oh
like
yeah. I
just
mean,
being out there?
it's kind of unreal. It all doesn't. It feels kind of like a dream almost. Like, and like people say that, but like it doesn't feel like you're actually in the moment.
Yeah,
If that makes sense. Like, I feel like you're just like running around, and it doesn't. Nothing. You have no consequences or like.
yeah.
I don't know, it's just kind of weird, but it's really a dream come true, and it's awesome to be a part of.
Yeah. And, how much impact does Coach Heupel, Coach Halsley have on that quarterback room? You're talking about how close you guys are. I mean, I would imagine they're pretty involved.
They are, yeah. I mean, so Coach Halsey and Hype are in pretty much every meeting with us,
Okay.
and they're constantly like cracking jokes here and there, and but they can also be serious at the same time. But yeah, I would say for a head coach and offensive coordinator, just to mesh so well between them two, but also in our room is, I feel like it's pretty rare. I mean, I've not been around it that much
Yeah.
at my other school because I mean, the other head coach was a line coach, so
Yeah.
when
Okay.
you have Hype, he's basically another quarterback coach, so
Yeah.
it's very cool.
I mean, he's one of the best. I mean, to do
Oh,
it
for
at
sure,
the
yeah.
college level. I mean, you guys are learning from the man himself. What's
Hmm.
Coach Hype like behind closed doors? I've met him a couple of times. He's
Hmm.
awesome, very very cool. Because every time I've talked to him, it's not been like around game day or anything where he's like focused and locked in, but like it's just other times. Like so, what's he like when you guys are just hanging out?
Yeah, he's pretty laid back. I mean, he's always trying to like. It sounds kind of corny, but like he's always trying to compete. Like when it comes to cornhole or basketball or putt putt, like he does have a mean jump shot. Like
Does he?
yeah, he can shoot the rock. But we're always like playing games. If we go to his house for like a dinner or whatever,
Yeah,
he's always playing some kind of games, which I love.
that's awesome. So
Yeah.
corn, have you guys played? Have you played against him in cornhole?
I have. It was me and his wife first, Gaston and him, or something like that. I think it was like 1-1. So
Okay, so you guys tied up,
yeah,
tied it.
races tied. Yeah,
Well, you need a tiebreaker then.
for sure.
You need to have
Me.
another one.
Yep.
And I don't want to insert myself into your all's cornhole playing, but I am a great cornhole player. So
Okay.
if you need
I
another
need a
man,
reliever. That's what I
yeah,
need.
I'll be in the bullpen. I'll just be standing over there watching you guys, and then
Yeah,
you can tag me in
I got you.
if need be. Okay, great, great. Glad we got that figured out. Okay, we got a question here. Jacob Wynn he's wanting your expert opinion here. Would the Titans have been better with Hooker than Levis?
Ooh, I mean, that's tough. I mean, Will just basically jumped in, into the Titans his rookie year, and then Hendon was still recovering. I don't know. I think it's tough. I mean, I think being part of the NFL, is the right timing and system,
Yeah,
and the people around you. I mean,
yeah,
but I think Will Levis is still a good quarterback. When we played him
yeah,
2 years ago,
yeah.
he can still sling the rock, and so can Hendon. So that's a tough question.
It is a tough question. Will can throw it. Now I've met Will, really nice guy, and
Hmm.
I hope he does well at Tennessee or wherever he goes. I know Tennessee fans were like, "We'd love to have Hendon, come down to the Titans," which would be pretty cool for
Hmm.
sure. I wonder how much when Hendon will get a chance to play, with Jared Goff up there, what Hendon's path will be. I know eventually,
Sure.
I would say he'll be playing regularly. I would think in NFL at some point. I mean,
Hmm. I
he's
think
got
so too.
that talent, right?
He does. Yep. And he's a pro. He's always doing the right thing. Nothing on the side he's doing wrong. He's always working towards it. His
Yeah,
goal of being the starter. So
yeah,
I can definitely
that's
see
cool.
it.
I love it. That's great. Okay, so a couple more questions. What's been your favorite Tennessee moment so far? I mean, you've been there for this your third year.
Yeah, third
Um,
year.
so what's been your favorite moment in the 3 years you've been there?
I would say my probably my first vol walk.
Yeah,
I would say that just because you're really in the moment. You're really at Tennessee. You're walking down to the stadium, all the fans screaming by you. You see the kneeling sign.
yeah,
Hug my mom and dad. That would probably be my favorite moment. Was the first vol walk.
that's cool. I mean, it's a pretty long walk. I mean, from the
It is.
top
Yeah.
all the way down through there. I would be exhausted by the end. I probably wouldn't be able to play after that. I'd be so tired.
Yeah, you always try to keep your bags light, for the vol walk, especially
That's
to carry something. But I mean, there's some games it feels like a super long walk, and some games it seems like it's a very quick walk. I feel like it just depends on the type of game.
Yeah, that's
But
good. Yeah, I would imagine. I mean, it's 20 people deep, in that
oh yeah,
people or more that are watching the Vol Walk, and it's an incredible scene. Um, and I will be at the game Saturday against Kentucky. I'll be on the sidelines as well just before the game. So if you need me to step in,
I
you
will.
know, catch
Yeah,
some passes, let me know. I'll be there ready to go.
sounds good.
I don't have any cleats or anything, but I can.
We'll get the equipment room to get you some cleats.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, but I'm sure there's just stuff lying around for me to hang out. So you were number 21, like your
Mhm.
dad, which is an atypical quarterback number, right? That's not like
Yeah,
a.
yeah.
What's the story of the 21? Do you know?
So the story from my dad, he was always a running back before JV football,
Okay.
and or maybe varsity. I don't know. When he was a freshman,
Yeah.
he was always a running back, and then he started playing quarterback around 8th grade,
Yeah.
freshman year. And then just the head coach put 21 in his locker,
Yeah.
and that was kind of the rest of was history.
That's
But nothing
cool.
crazy about it. I mean,
Yeah. It's a great. I mean, it's an iconic number now at Tennessee since your,
mhm.
your dad wore it. It's cool you're wearing it. Yeah, I love it. So any cool stories just behind the scenes in the locker room this year with you guys? I mean, what a great group of guys you guys have right now. But anything, I don't know, anything just funny that's happened this year, or anything you can share that's, um, people wouldn't.
I would say
know.
like you have more guys. I wouldn't say this is funny, but this is like more impactful for the season.
Yeah.
You have more guys just hanging around the locker room than
Okay.
I've ever been a part of. Just like hanging out with each other.
Yeah.
Uh, we brought in a ping pong table, which was
Nice.
huge.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like guys just hanging out and being around each other. I thought it was pretty special, especially around fall camp.
Yeah.
Just the bonding is on this team is unreal. It's just very, very cool to see, but also just like the times we spend together. Our times are short playing college, so it's awesome to be around the guys.
I know, man. You got to live it up. This is it.
Hmm.
Next thing you're in your 40s and you're hosting a podcast with guys that are playing football now, doing stuff you can't do. So,
Hmm.
this is a good question. I think coming from that's not a question, but that's good stuff, Brett. Thank you. Stuff you want to hear from a team. Um, Unique lip set. That's a great name. How was the atmosphere, and how did y'all regroup after the Arkansas loss? Great question, because that was
Yeah.
no, I mean, from a fan's perspective, not an expected loss, if there's an expected
Hmm.
loss, but Arkansas, great team, probably better than their record shows
For sure.
currently. But yeah, that's a great question. How did y'all regroup after that?
Yeah, I mean, usually when you have a loss, especially on that level,
Yeah,
what that like you basically like guys who come in moping around, being slow, don't want to be at practice. That was not us, and
mm,
we had a good mindset. Guys were still loose and not tense, around the locker room and on the practice field. I mean, the turnaround we had was very impressive, and
yeah,
being able just to make that shift and like, all right, it's fine. All our hopes and dreams are still in front of us. Was pretty cool to see and regroup because I've been on. I mean, there's been a lot of teams I've seen that don't do that. It's a snowball effect, and it
yeah.
affects their season. That was not us.
No, it's impressive how you guys bounded back and then ended up, beating Alabama,
Hmm.
of course, and then now setting yourselves up for a great finish. Obviously, one game at a time. You can't look ahead to Georgia or anybody else. You got to focus on the
For
game
sure.
this Saturday, but definitely, great road ahead, and in the playoff picture. I mean, that's exciting to right
Hmm.
to be even in the conversation. Like, hey, we're
It is
top
very cool.
top 10 team. We could be one of the first teams to be in this 12-team playoff.
Hmm.
Um, I love it. So I got to ask you this question. All right, last three games, we have not scored a touchdown in the first half of the
Hmm.
last three games. That is wild. Given that our offense is as good as it is, like, what do you think? What do you make of that? And
Yeah, I mean, it is. Kind of it can be frustrating at sometimes to be in that position.
yeah,
But I mean, for us, it's just execution and being able to just do our jobs at the right time and the right place. Because the plays are there, the guys are getting open, all of that's happening. I mean, we're just it's executions or shooting ourselves in the foot with penalties or whatever.
Yeah.
But like that goes to show for us like how good we can be, and all of it's there. We just gotta look at the details and execute at a higher level. And I mean, all the plays will hit eventually.
Sure.
And it's nice to have a great defense, that has our back.
Yeah.
I mean, when we're struggling, they got our back, and we have their back when they're struggling. So
Yeah.
it's a nice give and take, both sides of the ball.
Absolutely. I mean, and the Arkansas loss was a close one, and certainly, you know, uh, we didn't score that many points. Which if the offense is clicking, I think we held what Arkansas scored 19.
Hmm.
I think like if you told me ahead of time like our Arkansas is going to score 19, I'm like, well, we're winning that game by 20 points, right? But they've got a great team. You had a couple former teammates playing. Addis Nichols, who's
Hmm.
I know and did a great job over there against you guys in Fayetteville. But what was it like playing against like former teammates like Addison and others?
Yeah, I mean, it was good to see them, but it's also kind of a weird dynamic. It's like you want them to do well, but then you're also playing against them. But yeah, I mean, those two guys are great guys, and
Yeah,
I wish them all the best. But
yeah.
very, very cool though.
Still, you still want to beat them though. I mean,
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
absolutely. Um, okay, was the field really that bad at Arkansas? Was it Arkansas? I thought it was Oklahoma. But there was
Yeah,
one
I
game
think
the
it was
field was
Oklahoma.
yeah,
Yeah, it was kind of interesting. Like, it did seem like a lot of guys were slipping and falling down.
yeah,
Um, but it was also Oklahoma themselves were doing the same thing.
right.
So very
So,
weird.
so if they're trying to get an advantage, it may have not worked if
Yeah,
they're
I feel like that wouldn't work for both sides.
yeah.
So
A good question here from Brett. Who's the hardest hitter on the team this year? And hopefully you haven't experienced it firsthand.
yeah, I have not experienced that. There's a lot of guys that hit hard. I'd say probably Jacoby was probably one, number 9.
Okay. Yeah.
He can hit hard. James, Arion Carter.
Yeah.
I mean, all them guys can hit. So it's like
Okay. Yeah. Bear.
it's right timing for them. Big hit.
Right. Barrett says Pierce or Carter, which one? I'm assuming they've got to you a time or two in practice,
Yeah,
but yeah,
they have.
that's good. Um, there we go. All right, we got Kentucky coming up. Um, we've got who's after Kentucky? I don't even know.
I think Mississippi State.
Mississippi State. Yes, another great SEC opponent. Um, I'm excited about what you guys are doing, and but off the field, you have graduated, and then
Mhm.
so what is your major? What did you graduate with, and when do you have plans on pursuing a certain career after school?
Yeah. So I graduated communications, and then I plan on doing some sort of uh, business consulting, and also and some kind of investment consulting as well.
Nice,
So stay around Knoxville and do that would be the plan. Um, but we'll
yeah, that'd be ideal. I'm sure people would love for you to do that.
see.
Um, so Deb's got a question here: has Josh Mancuso used up all of his eligibility? Any chance of a walk on? Navy, I'd love for you to put a good word in for me there. I do
Oh
have
well.
3 years of eligibility currently. Um,
Yeah, I mean, maybe you can get a tryout. Go out the indoor and run a 40. What do you think you
yeah.
would?
Can we do like a 20, you think?
Yeah, yeah, I'll do a 20.
Okay, we'll do a 20. I think if I could do a 20 in the same amount of time that you could do a 40 probably. So I'm thinking like a 4.7 maybe.
If you said 40, that sounds good.
What's your 40 time? Do you know?
I haven't ran it I've not ran it since high school.
Oh wow,
But we
okay.
do more of like a GPS, so like we have this like catapult,
Okay.
so it like tracks how miles per hour, how fast you go.
Nice.
So
Okay.
I mean, I've hit like 21 on that, so that's pretty solid.
That's perfect. That's your number.
Yeah,
20 more
exactly.
miles per hour.
Yeah,
That seems fast. I don't know. I mean, I feel like
yeah,
when
it's
I
pretty quick.
ran the I think I did run a 4.7 in high school when I ran the 40. which wasn't turning any heads from any schools. So,
Yeah.
well, I was 5'11", 155 pounds. So solid,
Not bad. Not bad.
not bad. You how tall are you?
5'11".
Oh, we're the same height. Look at that.
Yeah.
See, there's hope for guys like me out there. Um, okay, so you're a big fan of my videos, right? You watch all of them. You
Oh
probably
yeah,
have them all memorized, I'd
for
say.
sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
Do you have a favorite?
Oh, I feel like there was one you like mentioned me.
I think I did mention you in one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think which one
It
it
was
was now.
it was probably my first year. It was like we were playing Florida or Alabama.
I was probably talking smack about how we're gonna kill him, and I was like,
Yeah.
Even Navy's gonna
Yeah.
play in this
Yeah.
one.
That's probably my favorite one.
Yeah, that's good. I love it. Um, okay. We'll see. We'll let you go here in a second. One more question. Sean, just joining. Thanks for taking time. Navy, your dad being a star at Tennessee, did you feel obligated to go to UT, and do you feel any kind of pressure with his legacy at UT? That's a serious question. Good question.
Yeah. I mean, people ask me all the time, like, how do you work with like the shoes to fill of my dad? And the rest of my family too, because like my uncle played here, my
Yeah,
other cousin played here, my cousin Wes played with me my first year here.
yeah,
But yeah, like this, I mean, people ask me that, and just like I've lived it my whole life. What's 4 to 5 years gonna really do to? I mean, it's the same thing. I've lived it my whole life. So no, I didn't feel like much of an obligation. It was more of like I get a chance to fulfill my dream.
yeah.
So that's why I was like, I can't, uh, you know, mess this up, and I gotta take this opportunity and run with it. So
Nice. Love it. Great answer. So here at the end, we're gonna set something. We're gonna set up a cornhole matchup. All
yeah,
right. I want to you're gonna get hype involved. But I want to go against hype. So
okay,
could we be partners?
yeah, me and you
O-
partners. Yeah,
Okay, you and me versus Hypel, and who could his partner be?
you can do Gaston or Nico, one of the two.
Okay. I don't know. I feel like I'd rather have Gaston there. I'm afraid Nico. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, you should see Nico swing a golf club.
what's that like?
We had the Top Golf. He first like swinging, he couldn't even hit the ball, and then after a while he actually hit one of us like probably 150, which is like decent. He's never done that before.
Yeah,
For the first, we got a video of him swinging and missing one time. It was pretty funny.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So no golf in his future probably unless he.
No, he's gonna need some lessons for sure.
Yeah.
Need some lessons.
Now, are you a golfer?
I am. Yeah. I try to
Well,
be well.
we need to play some golf then. That would be a
Yeah.
great thing to do.
Yeah. Knoxville's got a lot of good courses. So.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely gotta do that. Okay, so cornhole golf. We got a lot to do, Navy. You and I got
Yep. For sure.
lot of work to do here.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to like give me a prediction for the game this weekend or something? Like what
I don't know
mean,
about all that. I just know that we are the team. That if we do all the things we were supposed to, we should be just fine.
yeah.
Play 60 minutes sound, and we'll be just fine.
Yeah. Good answer. Safe answer. I like it. Good. Don't let goofballs like me rope you into saying something,
No, you're good. You're good.
like we're gonna win by 50. Yeah. It's gonna be great. So I can't wait to see you guys there. Any last words for Vol fans before we sign
No,
off here?
just thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate you having me on. Go Vols.
Absolutely, man. Anytime. Go Vol.